Hi, good morning. I'm back again, 3 days in a row. Who can believe that? Retirement is really giving me the opportunity to do so much. I retired in 2017, however, I did some voluntary work for the last couple of years, and that's come to an end. So here I am, able to spend time doing what I like to do, and that's all things tarot, gardening, art. I'm actually starting a painting later on, see how it goes. I might even share it with you. Now, something arrived today. Yes, it's an unboxing of sorts, but I want to just sort of talk about this deck. I know nothing about it as yet. I haven't opened it. This is the box it arrived in. It came today. Now, I ordered this a good couple of months ago, and it only arrived today because it's an awful long time when you're in Ireland and you're ordering from the likes of Canada or various parts of the world. Sometimes either the shipping to Ireland is exceptionally expensive, more expensive than whatever it is you're purchasing, or they don't deliver. So we're very lucky here. We can set up what's called an address pal, and there's an address pal based in the UK and an address pal based in the USA. It's like having a PO box number. And my order is sent to the address pal of the respective country. It is then sorted there, which takes a while. It takes, a while to get from, say, Canada, because my address pal in America is in New Jersey. So it takes a while to get there. Then it goes from New Jersey, after it's gone through all the sorting, all the checking, all the taxes, etc., etc. Not taxes there, the cost of address pal taking it, which is a lot cheaper than the actual postage. And then on post, bringing it from New Jersey here to Ireland. It then has to go through customs and everything else, so it takes a lengthy time. This has taken a couple of months, like I say, to get here. But it's finally arrived. It surprised me. I wasn't expecting it till later on this month, so to get it today was really nice. Now, what tarot deck is it? This is one that I haven't seen much about. I started following the creator on Instagram and looked at the website, and I thought, and this was before I had ordered the deck, and I thought, I actually quite like the look of that. It hasn't gone through like what I would have normally found indie decks, sort of Kickstarter or backer kit, or this sort of thing. And it's been fairly quiet, so I'm going to have a look at it today, see what we think, and off we go. The name of the deck is the Erethereal Tarot deck, not to be confused by the Ethereal Visions tarot deck that you can get on Amazon. This is the Erethereal. So before I've even looked at this, I've had to look at the meaning of erethereal. So this is the name. Now, ethereal, as we know, is sort of not of this world, light, beautiful, a beauty that's beyond this world, okay, or something that gives us the image of light, gentle, sort of like her dance, her ethereal dance was a dance not of this world, light, flowing and beautiful. So when we look at erethereal, the only prefix I can find for using the ER combination of letters are Germanic words. So let's look at the Germanic, the German word for awake. It's wachen, okay? So erwachen, sort of to awake, or to become awake. So ethereal, being beautiful and not of this world, to erethereal, becoming beautiful and not of this world, which makes sense that this is a shadow work deck, because it's like coming from the darkness to the light. So erethereal, I would, from my understanding of using a prefix of ER in a German word, bringing its use into the English language gives the word ethereal that meaning of, okay, it's not quite ethereal yet, but it's becoming ethereal, morphing from darkness to light into a beauty that is not of this world. I'm not saying my understanding of it is correct, but that's how I have used my own personal understanding of the use of language and using Germanic words to change an English word. I hope that makes sense. So this is the Erethereal Tarot. It comes in a lovely box, a very strong box, I have to say. I wasn't expecting this. Inside the box, on the lid, we have some writing, which I'm going to read to you. Sorry, just about the chimes, I just have to apologise. I have the potting shed door open. The wind is ferocious today, so I hope the chimes aren't too loud. So in the shadows, in the shadows' embrace, where whispers trace, lies a light pure and bright, a beacon in the night. Brave heart, in this mystic dance be enrolled. Within darkness lies magic, ancient and bold. Embrace the night song where dreams belong, finding light's bloom in the gloom strong and long. Within this box let your journey begin, inspiring the light within shadows to win. For even in depth luminous souls gleam, guiding you to dream, be free and embrace the magic unseen. I honestly hadn't read that before I gave you my understanding of the word erethereal. So we basically have that correct, coming from the darkness to light and becoming that glowing ethereal individual, whether it's in spirit, mind, body, spirit. Okay. Now there's a book, a small book that comes with this, and this is written by Vixen. Now Vixen is the person who created this deck, and before we look at anything else in the box, we'll just have a look here and let us see what is said in the blurb on the back of the guidebook. It's a thin guidebook, but something tells me you wouldn't need too thick a guidebook, because this is all about you, as all tarot is. This is looking at the shadow work, pretty much like the deck we looked at yesterday by Monica Bodersky. That too would be suitable for shadow work. But let's see what Erethereal Tarot and the guidebook has to tell us. In the tapestry of your existence, you are the weaver of your own transformation. Embrace the shadows as a sacred catalyst for growth, and let them guide you to the luminous essence of your being. Shadow work is a sacred pilgrimage, a courageous exploration of the hidden recesses of your soul. It is a testament to your willingness to embrace the totality of who you are, both the light and the dark. As you journeyed through this guidebook, you will discover that true liberation lies not in avoiding the shadows, but in embracing them with compassion and understanding. Sam wants to join us again. Sit down there, Sam. Settle down, sweetheart. Okay. Vixen, a former escort turned writer, has traversed a path of personal transformation and artistic exploration. His vivid imagination and a natural flair for words allow him to create intricate narratives that transport him to other worlds. However, societal expectations and personal circumstances led him down a different path, and he found himself working as an escort in the world of night. As Vixen's journey continues to unfold, he stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of embracing one's true calling. Through his creative endeavours, he invites us all to embrace our shadows, celebrate our unique stories, and find solace in the cathartic power of expression and truest self. Sam was reading that. I actually think that sounds beautiful. Vixen clearly has not had it easy in life and has gone down a path, but has made this path his own and has created his truest self from his own life experiences. I really do recommend you follow him on both Instagram and look at the web. Sam, you're going to have to go down, sweetheart. Look at him. Look at his webpage on Erethereal.com. I think it's Erethereal.com. But if you Google Erethereal, you'll find his page immediately. Now, there are some images of some of the cards here on the bottom of the book. That's the front cover. And we'll just see what's inside. We have Hello Witches. Oh, I like that. Hello Witches, I'm Vixen, the founder of Erethereal. And if you've made it here, welcome. You most likely have great taste. Well, naturally, just look at my surroundings. You know, after years of never quite finding the perfect tarot that resonated with my own edgy, borderline gothic style, well, I got fed up and thought, you know what? What if I just made it myself? Ethereal, combining both my French and Wiccan heritage. Erethereal is a fusion of play of words between air, translated to era, and ethereal, which in my head brings about new era of all things ethereal, once that is better suited for people like us. I think we were pretty close. I think I was pretty close there in my analysing of the word. For those of you who have a fascination for Victorian supernatural, or perhaps who dwell in spiritism and the art of divination, whether the interest lies in a gilded memory of the occult or in an earthy apothecary of the rarest herbology, we get it. It's pretty sick. Erethereal is designed for all of those who are just a little bit different from the rest. I'd go with that, definitely. For the outcasts out there who dare to be who they truly are, and most importantly, who dare to dream, welcome to the coven. Do you know something? I really like that. Because, let's be honest, many of us who do live in the world of tarot, who do enjoy all things esoteric, who do enjoy sort of having a different outlook to many of those around us, and who are often far more accepting and kinder than some people who don't share our beliefs. I think that's a beautiful welcome. Just as a side here, something I experienced not too long ago, I was actually reported to the local police for putting a black magic spell on somebody, and that's why they have bad luck. This came out of the blue, people who I don't speak to, and I actually had the police knocking at my door. Can you actually credit that with... I actually had to stop myself from falling down laughing at the stupidity of it. When I say stupidity of it, I just think, who would do that? Well, I found out, and it doesn't come as any surprise. But my God, it just goes to show how society and people, one who I have to say practice is a supposed practicing shaman. Unbelievable what people will do. If they can't upset you, you ignore their nastiness. You've got your protection around you, you've put your protection boundaries around, and they can't get to you, so they use another tool. So when Vixen states here that this is better suited to people like us, of a new era of all things ethereal, yeah, I agree. It's this looks like it's going to be good. So, sorry, I just had to throw that story in there because I was absolutely dumbfounded. I think the guards were as well. In fact, we weren't far off holding each other up from picking ourselves off the floor and laughing. Unbelievable. Right, shadow work. Tarot is a divination tool that uses a deck of symbolic cards to gain guidance and understanding about various aspects of life. The tarot cards contain archetypal images and symbols that represent universal energies and psychological patterns. They offer a language through which we can access our intuition and higher wisdom. And then tarot has been designed with a very particular type of spiritual guidance referred to as shadow work. And then he goes on to explain shadow work. Something I just want to read here. When using tarot for shadow work, the cards can act as mirrors reflecting back to us the hidden aspects of ourselves that need attention and healing. They can provide insight into our fears, traumas, limiting beliefs, and patterns that may be holding us back from growth and spiritual evolution. Yeah, and there's a lot more there. Recharging your tarot deck. Oh, I do like this. I'm just going to read this a little bit to you here. Recharging your tarot deck is of significant importance, especially when receiving a new one, as it helps restore and enhance the energetic connections between you, the reader, and the cards themselves. Tarot decks as tools of divination and spiritual guidance absorb the energy of the readings they perform and the interactions they have with the spiritual realm and the user. Over time, this energy can become stagnant or depleted, affecting the accuracy and the effectiveness of the reading, especially when reading tarot for others. In doing so, the tarot deck absorbs the other person's energy and makes it their own, affecting future readings based on said energies. I have this weirdness about me. I don't like other people touching my tarot decks, and so what I tend to do when I'm reading for others is ask them to pick a deck. I have a selection of decks. Pick a deck, which one you're drawn to, just point it out to me, don't touch it, and then I shuffle it with the intention in my mind that that is for that person. Again, because that you're in the that circle of energy, the cards are still going to absorb that energy. This is my belief, and therefore I do cleanse my cards after every reading and when I get them new. That's something I do in private in my little tarot room. So cleansing, regularly recharging your tarot deck helps to cleanse it of any residual negativity that may have been absorbed. This process ensures that your deck remains clear and ready to receive accurate spiritual messages. Renewing the connection. Recharging your tarot deck helps renew the energetic connection between you and the cards. And restoring vibrancy. Like any tool, tarot decks benefit from revitalization. Recharging infuses the cards with fresh positive energy, enhancing their vibrancy and allowing them to provide clearer, more insightful guidance. And then how to recharge your deck. Types of tarot spreads. We've got some tarot spreads here, past, present and future, which are 3 cards. We've got the Celtic Cross. And then the importance of astrology, the importance of the zodiac, the importance of numerology, and symbolism of numerology. And then we go into the major arcana, and following the major arcana, we then hit, just bear with me, the minors. Okay, I'm just going to take the first, so we just quickly here as we get into the majors. We have upright, reversed, element and astrology, and then a breakdown of what the meaning of the card is. Okay, so as an example, upright, fresh start, spontaneity, adventure. Reversed, reckless, naive, distracted. Element air, astrology, Uranus, rebellious nature, unpredictability and change. The Fool is a card of unlimited potential, high risk, high reward, standing at the edge of a cliff without a care in the world, ready to set out on a new adventure or fall to his death. This card indicates a new chapter of sort, a blank slate, something new and exciting that is on the horizon, perceived through the lens of childlike wonder. Reversed, the Fool suggests that one is being careless with decisions and actions, how one can be following a path that is quite dangerous or ominous. Be careful of what may sound too good to be true. And that's how the book is broken down. So that's a lovely little guidebook. It's something to have a look at and use as you see fit. There's a nice little card that comes with this, and it's to you, fellow Coven Witch. As you unbox this treasure, prepare to embark on a journey of discovery, intuition and enchantment. These cards are the key to unlocking the mysteries of your inner universe and the magic that surrounds us all. Let this journey be one of discovery, where each draw brings you closer to the wisdom hidden in the dark, illuminated by the light of your own spirit. May light always find you, even in the darkest corners, and to light your way, use this code Light Within for a special gift on your next purchase. Welcome to our circle, where every shadow is a promise of light. With warmth and light, Vixen and the Erethereal team. That's nice. Okay, so that will be used as my bookmark for my little guidebook. Now let's have a look at the deck. The deck sits in the well here in this box. That's my pen. they look like they could be nice big cards. I love big cards. Let's have a look. Just use my scissors. I don't want to mark the box or anything. Okay, the deck, do you know this is, no expense has been spared on this. It's a lovely solid cardboard box that it comes, you can keep it in, but this is in a lovely sturdy 2-part box, a really nice sturdy box. It doesn't have the thumb cutouts, but that's neither here nor there. You can not only have you got the guidebook here, but you can also download the guidebook from the Erethereal Tarot, I'd say that's from their website. And it's written by Vixen. Another book comes here inside this. Does it say the same on the back here? Let's have a look. Yes, it does. So this is a smaller version within this box of of the guidebook we have there, the larger guidebook. Shadow work involves exploring and integrating the aspects of ourselves that are often hidden or suppressed. The shadow aspect of our psyche, by shining light on these shadows, can integrate and transform them, leading to healing and self-realization. I think those chimes are going to be too loud, aren't they? So here's the deck. It's a lovely gold gilded edging. And we'll just use the scissors once more, just to nip a corner of this plastic. These are the backs of the decks. Okay, I think they're as wide as a standard tarot deck. I think they might be standard size. I'm not quite sure. Might be a little bit bigger. I have no cards to test it with. They are a bit bigger actually, a bit longer. Now, like I say, those are the backs. Isn't that beautiful? And we're now going to have a look at this, the Fool. You can see why it's a shadow deck, can't you? Straight up. The Mage. Those rings are getting really bad. Oh, the High Priestess is really quite mystical. The Empress. You know, these are beautiful cards. The Emperor. The Hierophant. The cards are lovely. They're quite sturdy with a nice flexibility. Slightly sturdier than the likes of the US Games cards, I'd say. The Lovers. Beautiful. Wow, the Chariot. So where we have ethereal being light, this is coming from the dark into the light. Justice. It's my Lieben card. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Strength. This is so different to your usual Strength card. And my goodness, wouldn't you need all your strength there of mind, body and spirit. The yacht on stormy seas. And being able to withstand that storm. Maelstrom. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. Oh gosh, the Devil. This is how I envisage the Devil. Look at that. That's quite an eerie card. But then shadow work can be eerie. The Tower. I like this Tower card. It's almost as though this Tower truly is representing rising from the ashes, you know, because as opposed to seeing people falling from the skies, from the windows of the turrets of that tower, or lightning bolts, it's as though in the middle of a storm this tower is standing there strong, because you have come from everything that has destroyed you to being stronger still. Showing you that there is the possibility of rebuilding yourself when life has just steamrolled you out of it. The Star. The Moon. Oh, wait till you see the Sun card. This is that transition for me, just picking it up now and looking at it, this is the transition from the Moon to the Sun, okay? So we have our Moon here, and then you know you have that eclipse, that sort of lunar eclipse, when the Moon is between the Earth and the Sun, and then behind it the Sun's coming out. That's how this looks to me. But then, because there's a reflection down below, you can see the full Sun, that the time is right, things are rising and getting better. Beautiful, happy days. Light is going to be shed in those dark corners. Judgment. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? The World. And we in the World card here we have an orb like image, and it's almost as though this is the inner and outer world, and the light and the dark, and a transition in between. It's almost a take on As Above, So Below, but far more growth. And now we come to our minors. I'm going to flick through them a little quicker. These are the cups. With the gilding, they just stick together a little bit. You just have to give them a little twist there and undo the gilding. Two of Cups. Now Three of Cups. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, that's nice. They're all beautiful. 8 of Cups. Again, you've got that sort of As Above, So Below vibe. There's like a reflection in here, and it's absolutely beautiful, actually. Our 9 of Cups. There's something very spiritual about that card, because albeit we have our 9 of Cups, there's almost a spiritual aspect. We've got like a cruciform here, crucifix form here, and we have somebody standing in front of that's almost saying, right, yes, these are my cups. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's a light, not a 10th cup, but a shining light on everything that this person is surveying, like, I've worked hard to get to this point, let me show you. I'm getting in touch with my spirituality, you know, and it's working. 10 of Cups, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Shining a light on everything. The Page of Cups, my gosh. The Knight of Cups, a sea creature there. Beautiful. The Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. I have to say the aces are beautiful in this deck. We now have the Ace of Swords. This is really gorgeous. And when you think of swords, what springs to mind? For us older people, it would be sort of like the Sword in the Stone, you know, King Arthur, and the Knights of the Round Table. Younger people, the Gryffindor, the Sword of Godfrey Gryffindor, and they always come along in their story, their plot, to cut away negativity, to win, to fight, to be that superior thing, item, being, spirit. And here you get that vibe just looking from this, you know, rising up from the ashes. Yet, although it's sort of looking, rising up from ashes and smoke, it also has this sort of, the clouds showing them in absolute huge light. You know, it's gorgeous. Our Two of Swords. Oh, how lovely. There's a shape here, and if you were to look at it quickly, you'd say it was a dove of peace. That's what it looks like. If you see what I'm talking about, just there. I'm terrible for finding shapes and things. The Three of Swords. Yeah, the Three of Swords. It's a lovely Three of Swords. One of the nicest Three of Swords I've seen. Four of Swords. This really does give you that vibe of time to rest, time to take time out, time to just take a rest at being maybe over analytical of ourselves, because we can do that too when we get to shadow work, and if you're not careful it can bring you down. So you need to be careful, you need to know what you're doing. Five of Swords. Are there things you are ready to embrace? Are there things that are better left for a little bit way down the line, you know? It's all about decisions you make and how you travel that shadow path. Six of Swords. Seven. Eight. 9. 10. I have to say this is a beautiful deck. The Page. Oops. There. Page. Our Ghostly Knight. Our Queen. And our King. It's almost soulless dark eyes. And now we have the Ace of Wands, and again the beauty of the aces. 2. Oh, wow. 3. This is a very different Three of Wands. Oh, I could dive into that. It'll add ages to this. You know, it's, if you see in the distance here, there's a person, a very small person there in the distance. It's as though within the Three of Wands, you know how we sort of looking at things coming to us, things that are it's our time for things to change and see, you know, look further afield. And it's as though this person has potentially burnt the person he was, got rid of, and is walking away in this newfound inner strength. Do you know? I don't know. I could be completely wrong. It'll tell me in the book. Our Four of Wands. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Our Page. Our Knight, very dragon-like in the smoke. Our Queen. Oh, my God. The fireness in that eyeball. Oh my God, and you see the King. And finally, Pentacles. I have to say Pentacles are one of my favourite suits. The Ace is gorgeous. 2 of Pentacles. You know what came to mind when I first saw this 2 of Pentacles? Now, the immediate thought came to pennies on the eyes when someone has deceased and they, you know, the ferryman, paying the ferryman, putting the gold pennies on the eyes. Ooh. Ooh. 3 of Pentacles. 4. 5. 6. 7. Oh, I love the 8. 8. Oh, 9. It's all about your path being paved in gold, isn't it? Page. Knight. Our Queen. Oh, I love that Queen. Our King. Oh, wait till you see our King. There's almost a peacefulness in this person's, in this face. And one minute you look at it, the eyes are closed, and you look, it almost looks like it's blinking. You can almost see eyes, and then you can't because they're closed. But it's just the way it's painted and the way the light reflects on it. It's stunning. There's the eyes are closed, but then if you look, they look like they're open. It's the way the light catches the painting, the highlights on the eyelids. Beautiful. Now, at first glance, I love this deck. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. It does have that shadow work feel to it, and I have to say I do like it. I like the gilding. I love the backs, and it's going to be an interesting one to work with. I think this is one to sort of work for myself. This is not going to be a reader for querents just yet. Pretty much like my Thoth, really. It shuffles hand over hand quite nicely. You've got to have quite big hands to shuffle this deck. Let's see. For our rifflers, does it riffle? Riffles nicely. And also there's a slight bend in my deck going that way, so arching it in a riffle is just going to work that bend out. So, what do I think? I think it's beautiful. There's obviously a darkness about it. It's made for that purpose, and it's going to be very interesting work. But I like it a lot. I'm going to put the link to this deck and to the website, Vixen's website at Erethereal, and let you have a look, because this would be an acquired taste in the sense of its darkness, that if you are into shadow work, it can evoke images in your mind, pretty much like I said with the Two of Pentacles. It was like seeing coins on a dead man's eyes, you know, and it's just strange what pops into your head when you're looking at things like this. So would I recommend it? Actually, at this moment in time, I would. Sam, can you give me 2 minutes? He wants to sit on my knee. He wants to be in front of the camera talking to you all. So that is the beautiful Erethereal Tarot written by Vixen. Okay, I congratulate you on this, Vixen. I think it's bloody lovely, and I'm looking forward to sitting down and doing some work with it. I actually like it. It gives me the feels. I've got the feels for it, if that makes any sense at all. So this will be coming into the house and up the stairs and working in my grimoire. So folks, whatever you're doing today, have a lovely one. Come on, quickly say bye-bye. Now, Sally is very independent. Sam is very needy. Aren't you, Sambo? Hold on. You got some spider web on your eye. Where have you been? The back of the potting shed. Oh, honestly, this boy really does make you understand what he wants. What do you want? No treats just yet. You have to have your breakfast, because you don't eat your breakfast. He's a little rascal. He'll eat his treats but not his food, so I have to stop him with the treats for it. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Can I get a kiss? Here's a kiss. Do I get a kiss? I'm not on camera, Mum. I love you. So, thank you folks for watching this, and I'll catch you soon. Oh, that's what he wants, to lie back and be cuddled. You are a beautiful boy, aren't you? So whatever you're doing today, have a lovely day, and I'll chat to you again soon. Say bye. Say bye. Bye now. Can I turn the camera off, Sam? Can I turn the camera off, Sambo? Jump down. Sorry about this. I should put this on as outtakes. Sam, are you going to jump down so I can turn the camera off, please? Oh, he's holding my arm down. No, you're not turning any camera off. You're not touching any phone, Mum. You're just going to give me cuddles. Oh, oh, you are a beauty. Ain't ya? My beautiful little boy. Where's your big sis? Where's your big sister? Go on, show me. Where is she?